What's going on YouTube? Dr. V here. Today bringing you our Week 11 matchup against Choice CJ and the Baltimore Oriolus. So yeah, this match is really important for both of us. Winner of this match will secure a playoff spot due to other people not being able to catch up in the win column. But this match is important for both of us due to taking the tiebreaker. If CJ can win this match, he will win the tiebreaker due to the differential being higher on his side. But if I win this match, I'll have the tiebreaker all to myself since I'll have won both matches, regardless of the other outcomes. So yeah, needless to say, this is really important for both of us here. So I'm sure that CJ is bringing his everything to this match, and I'm gonna try to do the same, so let's get started with this. Alright, so you can see here from the team layout, I am bringing Darth Bane the Landers, Darth Xana the Regice, Darth Cognis the Mega Blastoise, Darth Vader the Entei, Darth Maul the Terrakion, and Darth Revan the Weavile. And on CJ's side, he is bringing the Scrafty, on CJ's side, he is bringing the Scrafty, the Salamence again, the Trevenant, which kind of surprises me, Reuniclus, Tornadus, and Electros. So I feel pretty good about this matchup. The only thing I wasn't expecting him to bring really were the Scrafty and the Trevenant, but I can deal with those two fairly easily with the team that I brought. So yeah, let's get started with this. So I am leading out with Landers just so I can scope out what he's doing, as he leads out with Nicola the Electros. I am going to U-turn out here just to try to get a feel for what he's doing here. And I'm going to switch into Regice since this thing can take hits for days from on the special side. Yeah. Alright, so he goes for the Hidden Power. I'm guessing that's probably going to be Hidden Power Ice. So yeah, you can see special attacks are doing literally nothing to this thing. Now, I kind of do regret being the Chocolate Berry set a little bit on this part. But yeah, I go for the Ancient Power. Maybe I can get the boost off and start doing damage, but it doesn't do very much. As I go for the Frost Breath here, and it's a critical hit, so he is going to Calm Mind just as I expected him. Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm a little sick still, but whatever. And second Frost Breath is going to do just as much, and he lives barely on that, so I think I got a lower roll on that part, but yeah, he barely lived that, which sucks. It allowed him to get his recovery. But yeah, he's just going to keep recovering here, as there's not much else he can do. But I do go for the Ancient Power here, fully expecting him to go for Recover again, as I do get the boost this time around, so now regardless, Frost Breath is a 2-hit KO, and that will take out this thing, as he does go for the Recover as I thought he would. If he had gone for a Focus Blast or something there, we would have been in trouble, but luckily for us, he didn't. So yeah, that does well over half, so another one's gonna kill him. Psychic, again, you can see even at +1 that did fairly nothing, but this thing goes down, so that's one of our biggest issues gone now. I didn't have much else to deal with it if it had set up, so that's really good for us. As he goes out into Cassius, I did just go for a Focus Blast. I was kind of hoping he'd go for a Dragon Dance or something. As we can see, again, he lives on 1. I don't know what is going on here. Yeah, that wasn't Focus Sash, since you'll see here. That crit actually did matter a little bit here, as it allowed him to recover. He does go switch out and goes into Treebeard, which is fine. He was probably expecting me to go for another Focus Blast, but a Frost Breath would have killed from that range anyways, so there was no reason to not go for it. And down goes Treebeard. As now he goes into Tenzin, so here you're gonna see why that crit mattered on his side. So that crit allowed him to take this thing out. This thing would have lived on, I think it did like 20% max with it, so it would have lived the Hurricane, and then I would have taken it out with Frost Breath. So yeah, that kind of sucks. He does go for the U-turn here, obviously trying to scope out what I can do. Yeah, this sorry, my phone rang a little bit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this thing is Assault Vest due to the damage that this is doing, so not very happy with that. But at this point I do have to let Darth Cognus go down. I can't really switch in, but he does switch out, which kind of surprises me. He would have lived another Dark Pulse or anything. So yeah, and here you can see Dark Pulse does a lot to this thing, which is way more than I thought it was going to do. And unfortunately Grass Knot is going to take out Darth Cognus. You know, but I feel really good where we're sitting at. At this point, Regice can almost just take out everything. So here I am going into Terrakion. Now, this is a really important part here for me. I do want to bluff the Scarf, so he did withdraw as I expected him to. As he goes out into Nicola, which I'm not 100% sure why he went into that, but the Rock Slide does take it out. Then he goes back into Castius the Scrafty, so yeah. Obviously Terrakion is faster, but I do withdraw. I could have, in retrospect, I should have just clicked Coast Combat and taken this thing out. It would have saved me a bit of trouble, but yeah, he goes for the Ice Punch. That's gonna do nothing to this thing. That was a crit, and so yeah, CJ is getting quite a bit of crits. Only one of them has mattered, so it's not a big deal. He does withdraw and goes into Blackhawk here. Lowers Entei's attack again as I go for the Sacred Fire. So that would have done a decent amount but we do get the burn. If he hadn't gotten the attack drop, it would have done a decent amount, but I like the fact that we did get the attack drop from this. It makes me a lot more comfortable knowing that he's not a Moxie set. So thanks to the Assault Vest, we do live that. And here I'm just going for the Iron Heads. Figured I could try to flinch him and get some extra damage, but no luck on there, and he does have Roost on here, so doesn't really matter. Weavile can come in at this point and just take it out, so I'm not terribly worried. At this point I've just decided that letting Entei go down was probably going to be my best bet. That way I can have a free switch into whatever. Yeah. So here it's just that critical hit kind of sucked for CJ, because that means he does have to go for a Roost on the next turn. But Darth Vader does go down. Yeah, so I do go back into Darth Maul here rather than Weavile. I could have gone into Weavile and just gone for Ice Shards, which would have taken out the rest of his team, but I figured why risk it, as I just went for a Rock Slide here. So yeah, that does take this thing out, which I'm really happy with, as he goes back into this Cassius the Scrafty. Now here he was probably expecting me to switch out again, maybe thinking that I was Scarf, but I do just go for the close combat here to take it out like I should have in the first place. So So yeah, we're in a good spot right here. As he goes out back into Blackhawk, his last mon, so at this point we do have the win, but I want to try to preserve my differential, and I do miss the rock slide, of course. Yeah, so we'll see how much rock slides can do here, as we do see that he has a berry for them, so this one's obviously not going to do too much. Yeah, that did almost nothing thanks to that berry, but we do get the flinch. So that does suck for him there. It allows me to just go, that means he has to go for Roost this round. Yeah. So he does go for the Roost. Yeah, right now I'm just going to keep rock sliding because there's no reason not to, so... if he wants to go for a hydro pump or something, he can. It's whatever, really. Weavile is gonna just be free to come in and win, but yeah, it's just a matter of waiting it out here. So he's gonna Roost. I'm gonna keep rock sliding. It's just how it's gonna go for a while. Roost. Burn. Rock slide. Roost. Yeah, not much. These parts are a little boring, I understand that, but he was doing what he thought was necessary at this point, and to try to preserve some of the differential. And I was doing the same. I didn't want to just switch into Weavile and have him go for something. And that one does suck for him. He does miss the hydro pump. And this rock slide should kill at this point, I believe. Yeah. So down goes Blackhawk, and we do manage to win this match. So good game to CJ. Yeah, there was quite a bit of hacks in this match. I think the only ones that really mattered were the flinch with the Terrakion and the crit that he got on Rapidash, but I might be wrong on that. He might have had some other sets on there, but yeah, this means we are going to playoff, guys. So hopefully we've accomplished our goal that we had set out at the beginning of the season. If you didn't watch the interviews, I'd recommend you go and watch them. Coming into the season, my goal was to make playoffs, and now we assured ourselves that we will finish with a winning record for the first time. So, really good for us. Sorry to CJ, I really wanted to win this one, and hopefully you can win and we can have our third match in playoffs, or yeah. Until next week, guys. Next week we are having our final regular season matchup against Kingdra and the Kansas City Kingdras. And hopefully we can get our revenge on him. Later.